Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thanks again for joining us. And we've got two for the price of one today. All right, with APOL. And we've got Jason and Leong Chin. Jason, Leong Chin. All right, thanks so
Hello.
much
Hi.
for joining us today on the Epic Podcast. Really appreciate it, man. If you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button during the intro video right now. For benefit of a doubt, or at least, sorry, for the benefit of all the listeners, all right, what does APOL stand for?
APL stands for a piece of lifestyle in the full length of the name. Yeah. So from the very beginning, right? We sort of like want to set a different direction, like from the typical or traditional like gaming chair, a label that's going to have if we're going to launch this product. So that's a very initial stage that why we launched APOL instead of some like fanciful names or some like gaming kind of name. So that's the direction that we set in the beginning. So yeah, so that's a lifestyle. So that want to involve our lifestyle right around the main product, which is a chair. So yeah, that's how we got the name of the piece of lifestyle.
Ah, I see. So that's how it came about. And then when you
Yeah.
first started it out, right? Like, I mean, Jason, you were mentioning earlier on that you moved in Leong Chin and then you had one more person coming in. Did you all have to sit down and go, okay, look, for us to start this out, we got to travel overseas. We need to find manufacturers. We need to find distribution channels. What was it that you started out with first? That initial discussion, if you could remember.
So the first stage when I gathered the team, the first thing that we had we didn't go through a very in-depth towards the plans that we're going to set. It's more like we were actually started off with the intention of giving the choice to the customer. So we actually found different types of chair in terms of different designs. Then from there, we basically do the understanding in terms of the customer's direct feedback, in terms of the types of chair that they prefer. Then we do the so-called product selection towards what we really want before we really enter into the so-called APOL branding. So only the part where we understand that the market and the consumer's preference, right? Then we start going in by in. We place the orders with the manufacturers we found during online. Then, of course, as we slowly grow, we find that there's a necessary for our communication to be closer. So we flew down to China to meet up with the manufacturers to talk furthermore into the details of our branding and the types of chair that we really prefer that is more beneficial. So that's the plan. So if you ask in the start, did we really do out the so-called full-scale planning? No, we really didn't, because a lot of things that what later we found is that no matter how you have prepared yourself, those are the directions that is only for us. We only think on our side. What we do not know what is the customer's preference. So it's only as we communicate with the customers, as we get more involvement with the consumers, then we know. So it started to mold out the whole shape of APOL.